Hey you guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Sal, and as y'all can see, Bree's not here with me because she's with her dad and she's taking care of him, and she'll make a video of that whenever she's ready to talk about it. So with this video, I'll be talking about my past, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So it all started when I was 4 years old. I was diagnosed with leukemia. And to those of you who doesn't know what leukemia is, it's cancer of the blood. I did go through all my treatments and all my medications. I was in the hospital for 2 weeks. And then I was sent home. But when I was sent home, they gave my grandma and my mom medicine that I needed to take. Well, they also told them that I needed to take certain medicine at a certain time because it was a lot of medicine. I remember this one medicine because every time I talk about it, I still can taste it. It was like a horse-sized pill, and when it landed on my tongue, I spit it out because it sent like the weird, nasty taste. And in order for me to take that pill, my grandma, she would smash it up and she would put it in any flavored soda or Kool-Aid in order for me to take it. Then I went back to the doctors for a checkup to do more treatments. Well, they started to realize that I wasn't getting any better. I was actually getting worse. And worse meaning I was dying. And so I stayed in the hospital. I don't know how long I stayed this time, but I knew it was a good long time. Long enough to have my doctors irritated at my grandma and my mom because all they wanted to feed me was junk food, like cake and treats are for kids or tricks are for kids. Just not healthy stuff because I wasn't eating the hospital food because I was choosing junk food. And so then my doctors called social services, and I went to foster care, and I was 5 when I went into foster care. So I've been dealing with leukemia for a year, and this is the part where it starts getting emotional. I couldn't leave the house. I couldn't do anything like little kids could do. And if I did leave the house, I had to wear a mask. And then also at this time, I was starting kindergarten. And the whole time I was in kindergarten, whenever I went to school, I had to wear a mask. And I got picked on so much for wearing a mask to school or out into public, and I had people staring at me like, why is she wearing a mask, or like, why are you wearing a mask, or you look dumb wearing a mask. And nobody came near me. Like, I was pretty much like to myself in kindergarten. Like, I didn't have any friends because nobody wanted to come near me because I was wearing a mask. Well, also turns to find out that I failed kindergarten, and the lady's health that was watching me, her health was going downhill. So then in order for her to take care of her health, she had to give me up. She didn't want to, but she had to in order to keep herself healthy. And I went into another home, and that home, the parents adopted 2 twins, and they treated them so much better than me. Like, they allowed them to do whatever they pretty much wanted, and then if they done like any like family activities, I wasn't involved. I was locked up in a room. Like, at this time, like looking back at it now, I felt like Cinderella. and all I ate for breakfast, like all they fed me was vegetables. Like I couldn't really eat sausage or eggs for breakfast. I was eating vegetables. And whenever there was snack time at school, I mean, yeah, I did eat it because it was food, and it was like just because it wasn't vegetable, so I ate it. And they got mad at me because I ate snacks at school that the teacher gave me, because the teacher felt bad because they saw the parents treat me differently from the twins. So, and yes, the twins did tell on me. That's how I got in trouble. And they basically made me wear boy clothes. There was a few times I wore girly stuff, but it was like boys' clothes. And like, this subject makes me want to cry, but so then they finally told them that, and at this process, my grandpa died, because I remember going to a doctor's appointment and my grandpa was going to come see me. No. So then my grandma told me that he had passed away and that he really wanted to come see me, but they told me that he had like a heart attack, so I didn't get to see him. And then I left at home and went back to my first foster home. And then at this point, I was 7 years old, in first grade, finally. And that's when I started acting like a little kid and going trick-or-treating and like having friends, because at this point I wasn't wearing a mask because I went into remission, and I stayed there from first grade all the way up till 11th grade. Well, at this point, they was really strict on me. Like, I couldn't do like what teenagers wanted to do. So when it came to school, I didn't focus on my schoolwork because I was too busy like having fun with like people around me and skipping classes in order to hang out with people. And I couldn't have a phone just like anybody else. I couldn't watch TV. The only TV I could watch was like sports. And I wasn't allowed to have friends over. And when I did, it was because they was going to church with me. That was the only way I could have friends over, was when hey, so-and-so wants to go to church. Is she okay to spend the night? That was the only time that I was allowed to have friends over. Well, I started gathering more friends, and friends meaning like the kind that get you in trouble. So in 10th grade, I pretty much spent my 10th grade in trouble. I had ISS basically every day, getting referrals left and right. Now, I did have this one principal. He tore my referrals up. So every time I got a referral, I went to him and he tore them up and said they didn't go home. Because if they went home, I was getting chewed out. And then I left in 11th grade. I went to another school for like a month. And then I left and I went to another school, and and this last school that I went to, I actually graduated from. I actually got myself back on track. I was behaving, I wasn't getting in trouble. I was actually surrounding myself with people that was actually encouraging me to do the right things instead of the wrong things. And it was less drama, because in 9th grade I had so much drama. Because there's one girl, she would cause it, and she was stirred up. And then I couldn't deal with that. So then, I guess I was getting happy, but deep down I wasn't happy. I was finding everything that I could do to make myself happy. I do lay down, I used to lay down at night and cry, why can't I have a normal life? Why didn't I grow up with my mom? Just why? And then my best friend, my grandma, she died, and that literally took everything from me, because she was the only one that pretty much called and checked up on me and make sure that I was okay. And then my grandma, she told my first foster home, she's like, don't let her go, because she liked them. And it's just so hard to talk about her without crying, because she was my best friend. Nobody can take the place of her or my grandpa. And so I graduated, and then going to college. I've been through homes, and now I'm here at this point. Yeah, my past was very touchable, very touching. And when I said it was sensitive of me to talk about, is because I know there's people out there that's pretty much living their life the same way I lived mine, or even worse. I don't judge people by their past, because my past wasn't that great. I always like to sit and listen to somebody's past, because either one, it was better than mine, way much better than mine, or it was just heart touching. And I just like listening to people's past, because I just know where they're coming from and how strong they survived it. Not everybody. Looking back at it now, I guess because where I matured some, yeah, I was immature, but I was just trying to fit in. And the only way you can actually fit in if you just be yourself. And I definitely wasn't being myself. And I was always trying to make people happy. I was never really focusing on myself and my happiness. And I could tell you guys, I was never happy at all. I didn't know what happiness was at all until now, because I met somebody and they showed me what happiness was, and I'm looking forward to moving forward with them. And I've met great, amazing friends along the way. And in this process, I know who my true friends are and who my enemies are. Well, thank you guys for listening. Be sure to click the subscribe button and give this video a big thumbs up. And be sure to follow our Instagram and social media for a shout out. And I hope you guys have a good time.